Hello everyone and welcome to a new challenge run I'm trying. We're going to be playing through Arcane Reborn. Unfortunately, the original Arcane Adventures was shut down for some strange reason. I think it is because it was very, very buggy. And now, we're gonna do this in a way that I don't think is conventional. I am going to be punching everything to death. I'm going to shoot things. Essentially, I'm not going to be using magic this entire playthrough. Without further ado, let's get started. Now, it doesn't really matter what sort of character we create, but just for brevity's sake, I'm going to just press random stuff. Now, actually, wait, I'm going to make the stupidest looking character I can. Yeah, that works. And now we press continue. Now it's going to ask us the most thing we don't care about ever. We really just don't have to care about this. But for, funny reasons, I'm going to choose wind. And I don't have a character loaded on here, so it shouldn't matter anyway. And we're loading into the first sea right here. And what we're going to find is that Theos is going to say, hey, I need you to do something for me. And he's going to ask us to kill things, because that's how we solve all our problems. I already know the tutorial and stuff, so if I have the option, I'm probably going to be skipping it. I don't know why they fourth wall break, but I guess they have to do it somehow. And now we're going to need to defeat 5 crazy wizards here. And as you can see, my stamina is quickly going down, but that is going to get better. We could just punch this guy to death. It doesn't really matter. I don't know how my magic leveled up from that if I was literally just punching someone, but, you know. We're going to sneak up on this guy right here. And we're just going to kick him. We died, but that is okay. That is perfectly okay in this world. Because death in Roblox is just, you lose a bit of your time. And now, we are two-fifths of the way there, but we actually see a chest that we can go ahead and grab. It might have something good in there. It had sunglasses. I feel like we could put those on for at least a little bit. They don't even do anything for me, but that's okay. And now, we're going to just loot the island here, because chests also give experience in this game for some reason. And now we see a crazy wizard that is a light magic user, and we don't like light magic in this household. So we're just going to kick them. And we sort of just kicked their torso off, but, you know, there's no evidence. We didn't have video recording that shows that. So we're completely innocent as far as anyone knows. And a lot of people don't really go here, but there's like a chest, I think, back here in this tiny little cave. Yeah, there's a couple of them, actually. It's a bit dark, so we'll have to find a way to brighten up the footage or not. But there is a bunch of chests in here. Is there brightness settings? Oh, there's no brightness settings. That's okay. I accidentally pulled out my magic, but I quickly put it away again because, as I said, the magic in this game is off limits to us because, contrary to what everyone else might say, we were born without magic potential. So we're sort of just punching everything we can. Because we don't need magic if things can't really cast magic back at us if we get rid of them first. And now that we have completed the quest, we can go back to Theos if I'm going in the correct direction, or I might still be just looting stuff. And now that I got the Journey of Trigno, which is a book that we are not going to read because they don't really have any beneficial effects from us. We're going to go back to Theos if this wizard wants to leave us alone. Sorry, I had to deal with something just then. And now we go back to Theos, and I believe this campfire actually heals us if we stand near it, which it does seem to be doing. And we're going to talk to him, and he's going to say that he's going to give us a magic dagger, and we should go to Doom Island. And today's episode, we're going to go to Marua. We're going to train until we can beat him. And then, I believe it's this way, yeah, as indicated by the quest marker. We're just going to plop our rowboat down and go. If I can find the correct seat. There we go. And now, we can sort of just sit here. We can equip the magic dagger. It's a bit of an upgrade over what we have. It's actually going to start raining, and if I recall correctly, there can be hurricanes near here, which are just unpleasant to deal with, because they will do a hefty chunk of damage to you, and essentially mess up your day. And you can check down here, there might be chests, but beware of sharks, because those exist, and they are not friendly. So, yeah, as the sign says, we can perform a high jump by pressing T. You can hold it down, and you'll see it depletes a large portion of the stamina bar. But we can sort of mitigate that by increasing our strength, which I believe increases our stamina. And if I see... Is this grapes? Yeah, those are grapes. We can get grapes, but they're only useful for selling. Now, we're going to need to talk to some guy here, and he's going to say that we need to go deal with his problem. And we're going to be doing that. We're going to deal with his problem. He's going to say... He's going to ask us if we're a wizard, but we have to say yes, but we are really not a wizard. We're just sort of there. And like I said, he's going to ask us to defeat his chief, who is corrupted by an evil stick. Now, we're going to try our best here, because this may require some grinding that I may have to try and edit out if I can manage it. But we're just going to keep slashing here. I know it's depleting my magic bar, but this is allowed because it's not me using magic. It's simply me grinding. Now you can just keep kicking for some reason, and that will give you some magic levels. And hopefully there is no one else here, but it seems that there actually is someone. Oh, and I think we've been found. We can sort of just loot everything he has. He's going to throw a tantrum. We're going to try and dodge this. Oh, we dodged it. We can just sort of kite him around if we play our cards right. Now he's just gonna stick his staff in our face, and we're not gonna really deal with that. See, you can sort of tell when he's doing certain moves, but you just need a backup. That one will actually choke you, like it will place you in the air, and that's this explosion move. And I honestly didn't think this would be possible at this sort of level, but we sort of made it. Yeah, and as you can see, we got grabbed by the move, but we can sort of just kick him and make him stop using the move. We got hit again. It's best to just keep your distance when you're fighting him, because he'll use stuff like that, and that's not good. Now we can run back and run again, because he's about to do something very not cool. He's about to do his explosion move again, so we can just go back and heal for a second. Well, it's not really heal. We're just... Oh, no. So you don't want to do what I'm doing. This is very unrecommended. Because he caught me in his move. We're sort of just about to finish him off if we can manage it. We died in the process, but we beat him. And now we're going to see that we have to go talk to him again. And now he's going to say, hey, you did my thing. That's cool. Go to this other desert place called Savaria. And I know I'm not really talking in a way that suggests I'm doing this for the first time, because I have played the game before. I'm just playing it without me usually using magic, because usually it takes me quite some time to grind to a level to beat Marua, but we just sort of walked in and punched him a lot, and he collapsed. Let's see if we can go pick up some armor, because we are in dire condition. I don't know if our shirt is just going to protect us forever. We could sort of buy this, and because we bought this, we can just equip it, and now we're going to have a bit more health, because that's how defense is in this game. Now that we have that, we can sort of just jump off here and head for Savaria, the desert city. We're going to get even closer to the ground because we don't want to deal with fall damage. Oh, no, wait, there is no fall damage. You just sort of do a cool landing animation, and then you're good. Now, we're probably going to end off this episode once we get the quest to defeat Ramses, which is quite a bit away. And, sorry, I had to clear my throat for a second. Oh, look, there's a merchant ship over there. We can buy stuff from them. It's not usually good until you get to the other seas, but in the distance you can also see that skull thing. I don't know if you can make out the name, but that's the Rumbling Caldera. It is a ship led by the guy from the book, The Journey of Trigno. Trigno is the captain of that ship. We're going to see what they have to sell. They're from the Merchants Guild, and we're just going to buy this. Oh, we can't, unfortunately. But actually, we're just going to buy this torch. And they're not really selling anything that good, per se, but the armor would help, but we're too low of a level to even buy that. I was going to buy it so that I could equip it later, but that apparently doesn't work. And we're coming up on Savaria now, and this is the area where other people catch on to our little scheme, and they start having things that, like swords, which can sort of clash off your punches. Because, you know, punching a sharp thing isn't really a good idea. And he's going to ask us if we're a wizard, and we're going to have to say yes even though we're not a wizard. And now we're going to the Sandstorm Tower, but we have to go prove ourselves that we can actually competently do this. Oh. Usually there's a quest to defeat all the bandits here, but it seems they've all been killed. So we can just grab this chest and swim over there. No, wait, that's the wrong direction. There is a boss in here who is going to be very difficult solely because he's a bit of a nuisance, we'll say. He has moves that focus on blowing you away, which is not very good for a melee-focused build. If you can even call this a build. It's more so just a stupid idea, but We are all about stupid ideas on this channel, and we are currently under the water because we ran out of stamina. I'm sorry for the visual effects. It's sort of just whenever you go into the water, the screen weirds out for a second, and then it stays there. And now the jittery light, we're going to need to go back up to the surface and swim over here. Now that we're at the tower, I forgot what this is called. Oh wait, this is Cairo. And as you can see, I was damaged from my own high jump. And a weird thing about Arcane Reborn is that they sort of replaced the tower that you would normally go through with the thing. They replaced it with a dungeon. But because we're too low of a level, we're sort of just gonna go back to the main island, and we're gonna do so by kicking across the water. I don't know how this works, but I am trying this for the first time, and it seems to be working out well. So, there's a bandit camp, and there is a quest that you can get to defeat bandits in said camp, and it gives you a pretty hefty chunk of experience. And we're going to be using that experience to earn access to where we just were. I believe it's this person who says we need to defeat the bandits, and they're going to get all the bandits, and they're going to raid here, even though they're like neighbors essentially in that tent. The tent over there usually has bandits in it, but they're dead for some reason, and they haven't respawned. So we're just going to sort of engage in combat with this one here, just to give you a little taste of what they're doing. And they might not be the best at their job, but they are bandits. And we're just going to loot all their stuff because they just leave it out in the open. And that is wonderful for us. I believe the bandit leader is somewhere near here. This must be the treasure island, where you can find treasure chests, and I don't know who this person is, so I'm going to decline their invitation because they are not a part of the challenge run. We're going to see if this island has anything here, and it has nothing in there. So this was a waste of time, and we are going to once again kick back through the water. For some reason this works. And that is the rumbling caldera up there. It is a ship that was attacked by some strange magic user with these magic cannonballs, which are a thing. And if we ever get to the point where we need to use them, which I don't believe exists, we're just going to have to allow this one instance of magic. Again, this person is going to try and invite me to their party, and I'm going to humbly refuse. We're going to see if we can, disable that, but apparently we cannot. I thought there was a setting to disable that, but no, there isn't. That's a ship that sells potions, but we don't need those because we're just too strong. And now there are pirates attacking the island, and there's someone probably leagues above us who is not doing the challenge, and thus they can actually use magic. But we're sort of just gonna go to this island over here. It may not be loaded, but this has the bandit leader that we were talking about, that guy talked to us about. And he said that we gotta go defeat them, and there's another person who is level 146, I think. Yeah, people who are high level tend to stay in the first sea for some reason, even though they shouldn't be here. And now, we may get a bit overrun by them. That's because there is no skill set that you learn for melee. There is absolutely no real thing you get besides a fighting style. And we're going to get to that later, because we're going to need around 5,000 gold for it to get there. And now, there's unfortunately no way to switch your chat off. So we're going to have to go back to the island, because we sort of just died. The bandits are still going to be there. They're going to be at low health, because they're kind enough to respect us to the point where they are going to allow us to beat them up easier. Maybe it's because of sympathy, but they really are just going to stay at that low health amount, and we're just going to kick this one. And we killed that one. We're going to go grab this chest here, and the bandit that just killed us before is going to try and come back for round 2, but we're just going to sort of walk around him. Unless he goes straight for us, then we're going to fight back. And as you can see, our strength is getting level ups, but that's really not much of a factor in the overall scheme of things, because unless it's for just affecting the amount of damage, there's nothing really gained through this. There's a level 97 person here, but we're sort of just going to use their work to benefit us, because I don't know why they're interfering with the challenge run, but that's sort of just how it is. And as you can see, we died, unfortunately. But we're just going to complete this quest, and then we'll leave off for the episode today. So, we may not be high enough level to enter the area there, but we can see if we can buy any weapons from him. Oh, it seems that we have to be level 50, and we're gonna see if he can sell me anything. I believe there's a weapon salesman somewhere who sells things. I'm sorry for saying things. He sells weapons. I forgot where he is. I don't even know if he's on this island, but I believe he is somewhere. But we're just gonna fight these guys. There's pirates over here, but we're gonna ignore them. Everyone's just saying things, but I really couldn't care less about those, because we're just sort of after the bandits here. We're gonna hope that the bandits respawn. Oh, there is one, and now we're just gonna punt. We're gonna kick him, and he is going to try and run away from us, but there is no escape. I honestly don't know what he was doing. And we're gonna grab this chest here. Everyone's gonna talk about clans or something. I don't really care about it. And there's someone here. We can try and punch their ship to death, and I feel like I'm going to do that. It seems we can't do any damage with our fists, unfortunately. So this person's ship has to be here another day. And it seems there is level hundreds of people here. People at level 100. And they're sort of just letting us steal their progress, which is always fine on this channel. Because we can't really have a private server without we sort of just died again. That's okay. And we're almost there. We are almost to the 10 bandit mark. We are at 7 out of 10 bandits defeated. And we're going to hope that nobody else steals our kills. Now, we got that one, but I feel like those people are not going to let us have the other ones. We are 2 levels away from being able to go into Cairo and defeat Ramses, but that's going to be a bit of an ordeal because he, like I said, has a barrier that doesn't really let us do anything. And he likes to knock us away, which, as I said before, unless we get a gun, we can't really deal with. We're just going to have to hope he decides to not use the barrier and be nice. And now, we are now back at the island. And we have regenerated our stamina. We're going to just punch the bandits. A lot. We're going to hope. And now, as you can see, the thing has happened. We have hit that good level. And now, we're just going to borrow this person's boat. And there's a ship here that we're not going to care about much because that is unrelated to our mission. We're going to go to the pirate who told us to defeat the bandits on the rumbling caldera, and we are going to defeat him. We're not going to defeat him. We're going to tell him that we did his job for him, and I don't know why, because pirates are typically absurdly high levels. I don't know why they didn't just do that. And now we're going to end off this episode here, and the next episode we're going to go fight the Pharaoh, Cairo. We're going to fight Ramses in Cairo. And I'll see you guys next time on the physical violence only run of Arcane Adventures. Goodbye.